Hey everyone, welcome back to Three Dogs Sports Cards. We got some breaking news in the sports card world today. Effective today, Panini lost the exclusive right to make NFLPA branded trading cards. That is now with Fanatics. So that's a huge change up since I don't think this was supposed to happen until like 2026 or something like that. So I don't know how Fanatics jumped the gun on that one, but there is an article on Yahoo Sports that dives in a little bit more detail of it. And in this video, this is more or less a gut reaction. I watched a few other YouTube videos as well once I found out about the news, just to kind of see kind of what everyone else's thoughts and takes were on it and stuff. So I'll try to explain this as best I can. This is a more or less just a gut reaction video. Everything I say take with a grain of salt. I'm not a lawyer, so we'll just put that disclaimer out there. This is kind of what I think is going on here. Again, this just happened today, so who really knows what's all going on here? But with Panini losing the NFLPA license, I mean, they can't make, as this article says, effective immediately, Fanatics has the exclusive right to make NFLPA branded trading cards. So Panini, from what I get from that, Panini's done. Like, they can't make any football cards. I don't know if that's just with current players, if they can still make it with former players. I'm not 100% sure how that works with the NFLPA. But effective today, it's done. It's shut down. So Fanatics now has that right, but Fanatics doesn't have the contract with the NFL to use team logos, which is weird. So they can use the players, but they can't use the team logos, kind of like Donruss Baseball. They can use the players, but they can't have any team logos. So Fanatics is halfway there. As you can see here, this is kind of how Panini has done baseball since Top had the license with the MLB. They could use the players, but there's no team logos in sight. It doesn't say, like for Vlad, doesn't say Blue Jays, no Blue Jays logos. Same thing with Otani. It doesn't say Angels anywhere, no Angels logos. So Fanatics got half of it. They can make the cards, but are the cards, like say Fanatics makes Topps football this year, and we get a Topps card that has the player on it. So let's say for the Green Bay Packers, you pull a Jordan Love card, and there's Jordan Love, says his name, and it just says Green Bay, and it's just like he's wearing green and gold pajamas. You know, these people call these like pajama cards because there's no logos on them. It's just like I don't know, it kind of looks like pajamas. So is that what it's going to look like? Because coming from a baseball perspective, baseball card collectors, you either like Donruss or you absolutely hate it. Like, you won't spend no money on it. If there's no team logos, people aren't spending a dime on it. They have absolutely no use for it. So it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, there's a bunch of different reasons why Fanatics pushed it. I mean, is Fanatics even going to make cards, or are they just doing it to kind of choke out Panini? Who knows? I mean, there's a lot that still has to come out here. Like I said, this is just, and even the article on Yahoo Sports, it's pretty short and sweet. Nobody really knows how this is going to fold out or what the direction of Fanatics was. But if they got the NFLPA license but not the team logos, which they don't have from the NFL yet, it's gonna, I would assume that it looks like Donruss Baseball from the last few years, where there's no team logos in sight. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if Fanatics gets that license all of a sudden, or how that's going to work. But again, coming from a baseball perspective, people either love it or hate it. I mean, they won't spend a dime on it, or they don't care. They just want the player. So it'll be kind of interesting. Like I said, if Topps comes out with football cards and let's say a Packer card, there's no Packer logo anywhere, is that going to kind of hurt them? Is it gonna be the same thing where it's a yay or nay situation? It'll be kind of interesting to see how that works out, because that's what kind of happened in the baseball world. There's a reason a Donruss hobby box was $150 with 2 autos, and a Donruss football hobby box had 1 auto and was 2-3 times the price. People really want to see that team logo on there. So it'll be kind of interesting for that part to see what happens. Again, kind of a gut reaction. That's, and kind of just because I've been collecting baseball cards more here the last few years, I don't know if that's the brightest move if they want to start making football cards and there's no team logos on it. A lot of people don't like 2014 Bowman Chrome because I don't think there was any college or NFL logos on there. I could be wrong, but I think 2014 Bowman Chrome football, there wasn't any college or NFL uniforms, and those hobby boxes I know are a lot cheaper and they're really not that desirable. So that's kind of a risky move if they do start pumping out the cards. I don't know how people are going to react to it because, like I said, in the baseball world, it wasn't a huge hit. Everyone still wanted tops, especially for resale value. Nothing in Donruss has resale value unless you get a very low number or parallel or like an autograph or something like that. So another interesting thing too is, since this is effective immediately, what's Panini going to do? They can't push out any more cards. If they got a bunch of stuff printed already, can they still release that, or is it cut and dry as of today? You got nothing else coming out. So it'll be kind of interesting to see. I mean, there's a possibility we don't have any football cards come out for months. I mean, with regular season coming around the corner, I think Donruss football was planning on coming out, and I'm sure there was a bunch of other releases, but kind of watching some other videos, people were like, is Prism gonna come out? And some higher end products. I mean, nobody knows. Panini, as far as that article says, it's done. So it'll be kind of interesting, because if Fanatics doesn't push out any cards here, there's a good possibility we go quite a long time without any cards coming. So again, that's the perception I got off of it from the article. Again, take all this with a grain of salt. This is just an initial gut reaction video, but it's kind of interesting what happens, and it's going to be really interesting to see what unfolds here, I would say, this week. I'm sure we'll get a lot more information. Like I said, take this video with a grain of salt. This is just kind of a gut reaction, just to kind of, for all 13 viewers of the channel too, to break the news, because I know a lot of people don't look at Yahoo anymore for news. But let me know what you think in the comments, what's going to happen here. And if Fanatics does release cards that look like Donruss baseball the last few years, let me know how you think that might work out. My thought is that it's not going to be a big hitter, even if that is the only football card product. People showed it on the baseball side. They want the player and they want logos. So like I said, leave your thoughts, comments below. I'll be interested to see what everyone else has to say. And like I said, it'll be interesting to see what comes up in the next few days. So that will do it for this video, everyone, and hopefully we'll come up with another one soon.